Happy New Year, everybody. Small gathering. It takes a little while, doesn't it, to realise we're back to it all. I hope you had a good Christmas, and yeah, I guess we're slowly bringing down the festivities. I have to say, I always look as if I've got Christmas decorations up. I find this time of year is just too dark otherwise. Oh, Steve, lovely to have you. Eric, not be able to make it to this session. Oh, thanks though, Eric, for leaving a message. Oh, you're welcome. Marnie, fantastic to have you here. Thank you, Eric, for your wishes for the new year. It's really appreciated. And to everybody who's here, to the group, yes. Good morning, Barbara. Is it 6 a.m. or is it a bit later? I don't know. It's pretty early, isn't it? Or is it 5 or is it 6? I hope it's 6. Is that relatively late for you? It's very impressive. Yes, so we're going to do something special. I was thinking about healthcare workers, how hard they've been working, and how for them they haven't had the break that we all kind of expect to have a break, don't we, over this festive time? And it'll be tougher than ever for everybody, I'm sure. So I think if we all do our best to keep as well as we can, obviously we should be trying to do that anyway, but it's worth wearing masks still and being really careful, because there's a lot of COVID and flu around, and it's not just yourself, but it's others who are vulnerable. So I'm certainly still doing that. Yeah, trying to look after loved ones. So yeah, and I guess just looking after ourselves. It's a bit of a great time of year here. Oh, lovely to have you as well, Lady Frog, as well. Thank you for joining us. So actually, shall I show you what we're going to make? Maybe I could. So actually, the very start of the pandemic, I just started going on online a lot more. And there was someone really lovely who was sharing so much of origami in Hong Kong, actually. And I think a man, but I'm not sure actually, but sent really lovely messages through origami. And he'd folded, I think, a little medical hats like this. And I've been intrigued and wanting to fold it. So in homage to him, or if it's a her. And I think it's just not really there, and we don't really know what's happening, do we? People, Hong Kong and China, how much they can express themselves. So I hope that person's okay, but I've not seen their presence through Twitter for a long time. But I do really remember those lovely messages, and how I shared some artwork and things he'd been making. It was just really lovely to feel that connection. So this is a little medical hat, and it does go well with the heart. I'm not sure I need to show you the heart, because I think you all know the heart very well. But I thought maybe we could make our own little hat. I don't know what this. I think there's all sorts of different sort of medical like hats, and obviously people don't wear hats like this anymore. But it has a feel to it, doesn't it? So if you have a blue or red pen, you may decorate it. This actually comes from an A4 piece of paper, so I think you need quite a big piece of paper to actually make a wearable hat. This would be tiny, but it's a nice little decoration, and I was just, as I said, thinking of healthcare workers at this time. So I thought that would be a nice way to think of them. And I do hope some colleagues can join on making this as well, or patients as well. And I hope that things are managing as well. So grab an A4 piece of paper. It does symbolise many good things. Thank you, Barbara. It does, doesn't it? Care. And yeah, which is exactly what we need when we're very vulnerable. So grab yourself A4. I guess for Barbara, it would be letter paper for you. I don't see why it won't work. It's fairly similar, a little bit different, not that different dimensions. So grab that white piece of paper. I would recommend for this. And I don't know, have any of you folded this one before? I think there's quite a few different sort of hats. I'm afraid I don't know where this comes from. It feels fairly traditional, but honestly, I don't know. As I said, for me, it's inspired by someone in Hong Kong. So we're going to take a piece of paper and fold it in half. So actually, quite a while ago, we were sharing lots of origami in Hong Kong as a form of protest, actually, for expression, which is quite sweet. I miss seeing those. Oh, fantastic. Penny, welcome. Thank you for coming along, and Sun as well. It's fantastic. Oh, that's nice. I guess it's just Penny then. So Penny, I don't know if you're up to date with this. I got an A4 piece of paper and I folded it in half to make what looks like a card. Right. Oh, Melvin, Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us. So Melvin, make sure you have an A4 piece of paper, and all I've done so far is just fold it in half. Looks like we're making a card. Right, I'm just tilting it so it is like a card, and now we're going to fold it in half again. There we go. So these days, oh, that's okay. Thank you, Penny, for passing that on. Yes, Eric had already managed to send a message, which is amazing. I don't know if you're able to see it, but saying you can't make it, but wishing us all a Happy New Year, and to all who take part in the Wednesday folding groups. So I guess I'll be here back in 2 weeks' time. I'm having to just gear things around rail strikes, really. I hope things get better for everybody, and yeah, I hope people get treated the way that they should be. I hope, yeah, people who work hard for the public need that support. Right, opening it up as it is. So it would be the open end at the bottom, like that. So we're going to take the corner and bring it along that line. Yeah, everything's so disruptive, isn't it? I'm finding it very hard to plan things, but just going around strikes is probably the best way. There we go. So I brought it down one corner, that lined up. Not bad, not bad. It was a bit harder into a camera. There we go. And then the same with the other corner, bringing up, lining it up there. There we go. So it should be looking like that. Oh, so you've done something like this as a boy. That's nice. Oh, Alberto, lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Brilliant. Okay, so our next step is we're going to take just the bottom sort of flap, I guess it's the top layer, and we're going to fold it to that line. Glad to see you too, Alberto. Although, of course, I can't see you, but lovely to see your name and writing. I'm folding it like that. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. That bottom edge, folding it up along that line, like so. Happy, everyone? Do say if you need me to slow down or repeat things. Great. Oh, yes. I mean, and this could be as well. Exactly. I haven't made many hats, so it just felt like a nice change. It is a little bit like a boat too, somehow, wasn't it? Now taking this and just tilt it up and squash it down like so. Oh, I like the scrunchy noises. Am I scrunching it too much? You have to concentrate because I don't want to rip anything here. Right. So it was, I had folded this up to that line and then folding up again. Like so. Happy? Yep. I'll presume that we'll go on to the next step. So next, turn to the back, so to smooth side, and we're going to take the outside and bring it to the vertical line. So presumably, Melvin, if you know as a child, this must be quite a traditional one, mustn't it? I'm taking the outside and I'm going to fold it along that vertical line. There's quite a few layers, so you feel like you really do need to concentrate here. That's it, squashing it down. The outside, squashing it down along that middle line. Great. And now the same with the outside to that middle line. Like so. Great. Hope you're there so far. So our next step is to take this corner. Oh, thank you, Folding Things. Yeah, Happy New Year to you. Thank you for joining us. Bottom corner, folding along here. I hope you had a good Christmas and break, Folding Things. There we go. Same with the other corner, lifting that up. Squashing it down. That's it. And then opening it up. Great. Oh, magic of pockets, yes. And then taking this area down here and folding it up like so. I think. Oh, was it that way around? I am suddenly wondering, have I practiced this enough? Maybe. Let me just see. No, sorry. It's from this end. It's the problem sometimes when we do it into camera. I can get a bit confused. So you've already got that line there. Just lift up the corner and line it up with that line. And I'll do the same with the other one now. I had done it incorrectly. So lining it up that way. That's it. Can you do that for both there? Hopefully. I forget how different it is doing into the camera. Okay, good. So now take it all up and just, it's kind of neatly there. Thank you. Wishing you the best as well, Alberto. Bit of a tough time in our family, but fingers crossed. Bringing this up and squashing it down. There we go. Opening it up. Bottom edge, bring it up to that line, so halving that area. It feels like quite a few folds, doesn't there, to this one? Folding it like that. There we go. Are you all up to this point? Now what we're going to do in a second is lift this up, and this we want to tuck over there. So this bit is going to go up and over there. Always a bit tricky to do. A bit hard to show because it's so tight. But trying to tuck it in is that little pocket. There we go. Squashing it in there. Great. How's it going? Is it looking like this? I mean, it could be a hat. It feels like a bishop's mitre or something, doesn't it? Maybe it could be all sorts of hats, this one. All right. So actually, we'll work a bit on the side. Can you see it's got a nice little line there? Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that, Barbara. Yeah. I didn't really know, but I assumed it wouldn't be too different. So you've got a nice little line there. I just want you to do a similar line on the other side. It's a bit of a, just doing it by eye and by feel. So it will help you later on. You see what I'm doing? So there's this line, and you want to do a similar line on the other side. So I've just opened this up, and I'm sort of doing that. And I'll do the same as well for the other one. Again, there's a line there. There's not really a line there, but you just need to sort of make one up so it looks similar. Right, turn it around to the side which has got the gap. There's one side that's smooth, the one that's got the gap. And we're going to take this top corner, bring it down in the middle, at the bottom. Squash it down. That's it. And then I want you to tuck this in. Again, it's the magic pockets. Oh, that went quite well. So I slid that in. So as it is, you should be able to sort of open it up, but it'd be a very sort of square hat. Yeah, a little bit like a sort of chef's hat. I'm opening up a bit with my fingers. And I just want you to tilt these side areas. So that's a bit where we were working on before. You should be able to tilt it. Quite hard to show this, tilt it. So it's sort of almost becoming a little triangle at the end. But it also just helps smooth the outside appearance of the hat. So it's almost looks like a little bird head there. And again, you should be able to tuck it into that magic pocket. Takes a bit of effort, this one. Let me see. I'm going to curve it round. Try and tuck it in. It's not the easiest. I think I've done it there. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. So again, it's sort of almost getting that triangle to sort of stick out. And then pushing it down as a sort of a flat piece. And it touches the edge there. And again, curving it and trying to tuck it underneath that pocket. There we go. Hopefully, try to get rid of some of the wrinkles. Hopefully, you've now ended up with a rather lovely hat. Small but sweet. Could almost be a boat as well. I'm sure you could float that on the water. Or if you have some little toy, maybe you could add this to it, or just as a little ornament, I think, just to contemplate for a bit. And maybe you could add, I'm going to add a little cross. It's such a nice little symbol there of medical care, isn't it? Or you could add a little heart on it, or whatever you want, or the NHS. That's the other one that I made. There we go. And a heart I made earlier, which I think you should know quite well if you've done folds with me before. Oh, oh, that's a good idea, Bob Ross, with that. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it needs a little something to pop it on, doesn't it? But otherwise, I think you can just enjoy it. I love how it feels very sort of neat and tidy, doesn't it? It's got a nice feel to it. Oh, caracal, that's great. Oh, I wonder, has it been new for anybody? It sounds like Melvin, you played this before. I hope that's brought back some happy memories, some happy childhood memories there. Have others done something like this before? You're bound to have done, haven't you? But it was a bit new for me. And as I said, it was inspired by a lovely person in Hong Kong. And I hope that they're okay. So sending you very best wishes. I hope it's a good start to the new year. Anyway, it's good to fold, isn't it? Oh, yes, please do share. Do share your pictures. That would be lovely. Oh, yeah, pockets and tucks. And it feels robust, doesn't it? There's something about this that feels strong. Oh, you're very welcome. Excellent. That's a good idea. Yeah, actually, we're missing a few. We've got little Santa hats on things, so that's a good idea. I might go and add these onto various toys around the place or our family. Anyway, I wish you a very good start to the year. Look after yourselves, keep up the self-care, and keep folding. And I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.